On March 8, 2014, a commercial airplane carrying 239 people disappeared. Not crashed. Not hijacked according to any confirmed report. Simply vanished. The aircraft was Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, traveling from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. What followed became one of the largest and most expensive search operations in human history. More than a decade later, the mystery remains unsolved. How can a modern airplane disappear in an age of satellites, radar, and advanced technology? This is the story of Flight MH370. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 departed Kuala Lumpur International Airport shortly after midnight. The Boeing 777 was scheduled to fly to Beijing, China. On board were 227 passengers and 12 crew members. Everything appeared normal. Weather conditions were good. The aircraft was considered one of the safest commercial airplanes in service. For the first part of the flight, nothing seemed unusual. Pilots communicated normally with air traffic control. Passengers likely expected a routine journey. Nobody knew they were about to become part of history. At approximately 1:19 a.m., the cockpit transmitted what would become one of the most famous messages in aviation history. Good night. Malaysian 370. Moments later, communication systems stopped transmitting. The aircraft disappeared from civilian radar. Air traffic controllers attempted to re-establish contact. There was no response. MH370 had seemingly vanished. As concern grew, governments and rescue agencies launched a massive search operation. Aircraft, ships, satellites, and experts from around the world joined the effort. Initially, teams searched near the aircraft's planned route. But investigators soon discovered something surprising. Military radar suggested the aircraft may have changed direction after losing contact. The mystery deepened. Search areas expanded across thousands of square kilometers. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Yet no main wreckage was found. Investigators analyzed satellite data. The information suggested MH370 continued flying for several hours after disappearing from radar. This discovery shocked experts. Instead of ending near its last known location, the aircraft may have traveled far into the southern Indian Ocean, a remote region known for rough weather and vast empty waters. The search moved once again. But finding a single aircraft in such an enormous area proved extremely difficult. More than a year later, debris believed to be from MH370 began appearing on islands and coastlines in the Indian Ocean region. Experts examined the pieces carefully. Several fragments were identified as belonging to the missing aircraft. The discoveries confirmed one important fact. MH370 had indeed ended its journey in the Indian Ocean. But the location of the main wreckage remained unknown. Over the years, many theories emerged. Mechanical failure, pilot action, hijacking, electrical malfunction. However, investigators have not reached a universally accepted final explanation. Some evidence supports certain possibilities. Other evidence raises new questions. What makes MH370 unique is not only the disappearance itself. It is the number of unanswered questions that remain. More than a decade later, Flight MH370 continues to capture the world's attention. Families still seek answers. Researchers continue studying evidence. And investigators hope that one day the aircraft's final resting place will be discovered. Until then, MH370 remains one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. A modern aircraft. 239 people. And a story that the world still cannot fully explain.